tremendous shape. You're ready to fight Barrios tonight and make history, Manny.
Manny, you excited to step into the ring again?
Yes.
What do you think of Barrios? He's a big, strong, he's young, he's 30. You have 16 years on him, Manny.
Don't worry about it.
Fantastic night at Wembley and watch a potential catastrophe with Manny Pacquiao, 46, one of the greats of all time.
What happens when the most accomplished boxer in history comes out of retirement at age 46 to chase one final world title? That's exactly what Manny Pacquiao is doing. The 8-division champion, political icon, and soon-to-be Hall of Famer is making a comeback. But this isn't for show or a quick payday. He's after the WBC belt. And blocking his path? A 29-year-old powerhouse in his prime.
What's up, guys? So, it looks like Manny Pacquiao is going to return thanks to Happy Punch putting out this information. Go check them out on Twitter or X. It says, WBC president announces Mario Barrios, hopefully I'm saying that right, will defend his welterweight title against Manny Pacquiao in July. So Manny Pacquiao is returning and automatically getting a title shot. That doesn't seem like a fair thing to happen, but I guess that's what we're going to get. I haven't watched Manny Pacquiao in a few years. Like, I don't remember, I didn't watch his last couple fights. And, but I don't think, he's getting older. And, yeah, maybe he can beat this guy. But I just don't think it's going to happen. Like, I thought he retired, and now he's coming back out. All these boxers are coming back out of retirement. Tyson Fury retired, and now he's wanting a rematch against the champ again for the 3rd time. But, here we go again. Another retired boxer coming back out of retirement for a title shot that they really don't deserve because they haven't been around boxing in a while. Huh. Like, comment, and share, guys. If you want to support my channel. Shit, I can't speak. Holy crap. Anyways, bye, guys.
This isn't just any return. It's a battle filled with legacy, danger, and raw feelings. That recent sit-down interview between Manny and Barrios, it didn't just get tense, it got personal. Let's break it down. Pacquiao last fought in 2021, losing to Yordenis Ugas in a fight many thought was his last. Since then, he turned to politics, serving in the Senate and becoming a hero in the Philippines. Most legends would have stayed retired.
Pacquiao, the legendary 8-division world champ, is making a comeback at 46 to fight for the WBC welterweight title held by Mario Barrios. It's been 4 years since Pac-Man's last pro fight, but he's ready to prove age is just a number. Even Terrence Crawford, the former undisputed welterweight champ, believes Pacquiao can pull this off. If he succeeds, it'll be a historic achievement, as he last held a world title in 2019. This summer showdown against the 29-year-old Barrios is set to be a thrilling event.
But this is Manny Pacquiao we're talking about.
Manny, for a lot of people, you're the greatest fighter in history, the only individual champion, the only champion in 4 different decades. When you beat Barrios, what does that say?
Oh, it's a big thing
big thing for me.
Now, 3 years later and just weeks before he enters the Hall of Fame on June 4th, the 46-year-old has announced he'll face Mario Barrios for the WBC welterweight title on July 19th in Las Vegas. Insiders say Pacquiao still wants at least 2 or 3 more fights before finally calling it a career.
Manny, I think Rolly has the WBO 147 title. He says you're his legacy fight. Rolando, he says you're his legacy fight.
You can't teach speed, you can't teach power. It's God, it's from God. That's it. People can work on speed their whole life. They're not gonna be fast, man. They work on power. They're not gonna be strong.
Think about that. Pacquiao is aiming to make history again almost 30 years after his pro debut. He's doing it at 46 with only a 30-day camp and going straight into a title fight. And he chose Mario Barrios, a 29-year-old monster, as his first
from the world of boxing, because there is serious noise now escalating that Manny Pacquiao is going to end that 4-year hiatus and he is going to be granted an opportunity to be fighting for the WBC welterweight championship of the world against the current champion, Mario Barrios. Try and put all that in a box, mate, and make some sense out of it.
Well, if you go back in time, 50 years, early 90s, George Foreman had to have something like 19 fights to
get the
after
shot.
10 years away to come back and get the shot. And the late, great, let's call him George Foreman, of course, because he passed recently, age 76. He earned that spot back. He fought Evander Holyfield. He fought Michael Moore and won the title in the end to win the heavyweight championship back at the age of 45. Manny Pacquiao is 46. He's been given the step in by Mauricio Suleiman and the WBC, who are businessmen as much as sanctioning bodies. And I think in this instance, being a Pacquiao file as well, having covered him, like I said, for...
So what happened when the old lion and young beast met face to face? Things got intense fast. The moment they sat down, the energy changed. Manny looked calm and sharp. Barrios was focused, hungry, and ready to end a legend's career. He leaned in and said, "No disrespect, but I'm not here for your legacy. I'm here to take what's mine." Manny smirked and replied, "I've seen your type before. You start fast but fold when it gets tough." Barrios fired back, questioning if Manny could go 12 rounds, even mocking his training footage. "Your hands are fast, but your legs are done. That's facts." Manny didn't blink. "Legs or not, I still hit harder than anyone you've faced." It got serious. By the end, only a table separated them.
Nami-miss ko kasi yung boxing eh. Inter exhibition, okay lang pag exhibition lang. Ano lang. Pero sa akin, siyempre, as a boxer, gusto mong mag-world champion din. But I'm happy naman ako kung ano yung maging future ko, ano yung pinapabaya ko sa Panginoon. Makalaban ako, hindi. No problem.
Pero Sir Bob, ano na ho ba? When we're leaving it out in the open, come what may, or determined na tayo to return to the ring?
Can't say determined na to return, but if there's opportunity, pwede. Pero kung wala.
Now let's talk about that training clip that blew up online. Just days after the fight was confirmed, videos of Manny hitting the heavy bag surfaced. His hands were still blazing fast. That famous speed? Still there. But the footwork? Clearly slower than before.
Wala ginawat na mo ba? Ano? Wala ginawat ako? Tayo sip ba?
Fans didn't hold back. One person tweeted, "Legs are gone, but that hand speed is still scary." Another said, "He looked tired just hitting the bag. Never seen that from Manny? Not a good sign? Others were even harsher. We're about to see Manny get hurt. Sad to watch. Truth is, Manny hasn't had a real fight in nearly 4 years. He's done some exhibitions, including one awkward loss to Japan's Rukia Anpo. But nothing prepares you for a true 12-round war. And at 46, recovery gets harder.
Degree. And then out of nowhere, the WBC decides they want their welterweight champion, Mario Barrios, to defend his belt against Manny Pacquiao. And about 7 to 8, maybe 9, 10 years ago, I would have said, hells yeah, if we had a Manny Pacquiao championship fight. But Manny's been retired for 4 years. He's 46 years old. His last fight was in 2021, and he lost to Ugas in a unanimous decision. I watched his exhibition bout against the kickboxer guy in Japan. That didn't look good. This is a bad idea. A really bad idea.
Don't make the mistake of thinking Barrios is some no-name youngster. He's the real deal.
Mario got the win. How do you feel about your performance?
I felt right about it. The eye, like, it made it hard to get my rhythm, to get my range down. But of course, you know, I'm gonna stay in there.
No excuses, but you know, being sick didn't help.
Story on the right.
Being sick with the flu didn't help. You got it done, baby.
Barrios holds the WBC welterweight belt and is fresh off a big win against Fabian Maidana. He's got power, slick footwork, and something to prove. He's already fought on major events, including the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson Netflix. Barrios isn't a rising star anymore. He's here. This fight with Pacquiao is huge. Even Amir Khan, who trained with both, warned Manny. Barrios is dangerous, he said. This is a major risk for Manny. WBC President Mauricio Sulaiman said, it best. It's a huge fight. Pacquiao wants to retire as champion, but Barrios isn't an easy opponent. This isn't a soft farewell. This is full pressure.
Future champion. Champion from 160 to heavyweight.
Wow, yeah. I thought that was Manny Pacquiao for a second.
Everybody says that.
You get that a lot, your mom?
Was that, sorry?
Like, you get that a lot? You do look like your dad?
Yeah. I mean, when I keep the beard, yeah.
Okay. James, any advice for him? He's about to turn pro.
Hey, Manny Pacquiao Jr. is up and coming. He will be a champion sooner than later.
What do you think if him and his dad end up fighting on the same card, like LeBron James?
Hey, what could be me and Pacquiao fighting the same guy. Our sons, his junior and my junior, the same guy. Hell of a show, boy. It can't be stopped. Shut up. We'll fight it over.
Are you excited about the fight?
Yeah.
Barrios, you may turn pro on the card, right? Is that the idea?
Yeah, not for sure yet, but you know,
hopefully
we'll see.
It is.
Hopefully.
I think that would make history.
Yeah.
So your dad, he's special. How do you feel about the fight with Barrios?
It was good. I can see my dad's, you know, he's always stayed in shape year round, plays basketball year round, always running, you know, and all that. So I think it'll be a good one.
He's an icon.
What do you think about other people that are concerned? Your dad fighting at 46, and I mean, he knows what he's doing, right? He's up for it, but the people, the fans that love him so much, the media, they're all concerned. What do you think about that?
I mean, it makes sense, you know, like he's 46 now, and then like even me as his son, you know, like I love him, he's my dad, you know. There's also concern there, you know, but I believe in him, and yeah, he's shown us that, you know, he stays in shape year round and all that, so like weight's not gonna be a problem, fitness not gonna be a problem.
Bob Arum said once, a great fighter's like Haley's Comet, once in 75.
So why is Manny doing this? He's already wealthy, already a global star, and already entering the Hall of Fame. Some say it's pride. Others believe it's about settling the score after the Ugas loss. Or maybe he wants to end as champ one last time. Manny said it himself. I think I still have 2 or 3 fights in me. I don't need a long camp. 30 days is enough. I'm ready. This isn't about money or ego. It's about finishing my story my way. He turned pro at 16, fought in 4 different decades, and now aims to make history in a 5th. A win makes him the 2nd oldest champ ever, just behind Bernard Hopkins.
Pacquiao set himself up for that, to be knocked out like that by Marquez. So, 2 different animals. Yeah, the stories are similar where they coming from lightweights and going up and beating shit up, but the skill set is way different.
And we have a chance to eclipse Manny Pacquiao, or eclipse his legacy.
Yeah, you do. Because he gotta... Okay, so look, anyway, I don't know how tall he is, but Pacquiao probably like 5'5" for real, like 5'6". I've seen him before. Anyway, probably a little shorter. But where...
At first, Manny tried to hold the fight in Dubai. He has a golden visa there, a boxing museum, and business ventures. It's like a second home. But PBC pushed hard to keep it in the U.S., and now it's locked in at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. That makes sense. Vegas built Pacquiao's career. From De La Hoya to Hatton to Mayweather, Vegas is where legends are made, and sometimes broken.
This is a big fight.
So they're gonna see a different Manny.
Yeah. I promise, as a head coach, of course, all the team fucking can work together with that. All the people, they have a comment that Manny is 46 years old, but I show you.
You know, Manny, people love him. He's the people's champ. He's 46. They're concerned that he's gonna fight again at 46. What are your thoughts on that?
No, don't judge the number. We judge the punch. What Manny Pacquiao still strong.
Manny Pacquiao is the best fighter in history, the only division champion, the only champion in 4 different decades. If he beats Barrios and becomes champion again, when he beats him, what does that say?
Everything's set. July 19th in Las Vegas. History is at stake. If Manny wins, he becomes champ again and enters the Hall of Fame next month as an active fighter. He proves the doubters wrong, but if he loses, it could get ugly, because Barrios isn't here to play. He wants to finish the Pacquiao era for good.
147, kind of a weird spot right now. We're looking at Manny Pacquiao potentially facing Mario Barrios. What do you think of that fight?
Yeah, I think that, it's a very contentious subject. Like, people moaning about Manny Pacquiao. I think Manny Pacquiao is still good enough to beat most fighters in the top 20 at 147 pounds. He's clearly not the fighter that he once was. You're not going to be at that age. My problem is that he's been inactive for quite a long time.
If Manny loses, he might fall into the same trap as Mike Tyson. Remember when Tyson came back to face Jake Paul? At first, it was all buzz, all excitement. Iron Mike was back. But once Jake dropped him and won, Tyson didn't just lose, his legacy took a hit.
Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. What's your take on Jake?
Tyson's 58 years old. Jake fought a guy who was his age and who was also considered a boxer, and he lost.
He says he wants to fight Canelo.
I mean, it'd be a fucking 30-second payday for Canelo. Everybody's going to tune in to hope that Mike Tyson knocks him out. They're not tuning in because they think Jake Paul's a great fighter and they want to see him compete.
Suddenly, people stopped praising Tyson's greatness. All they talked about was how Jake Paul beat a 58-year-old legend. Now Pacquiao risks the same fate. If Barrios knocks him out, a younger, stronger fighter in his prime, Manny's return could become a joke. Instead of remembering him as the GOAT, fans might say he should have stayed retired. That 8-division legacy? It could all be shadowed by one bad night.
Foil there, Manny Pacquiao, getting back in the ring again for a world title fight.
Well, obviously, it has to be pertaining to any kind of money. It has to be financial. I mean, any fighter that comes back, especially from retirement, a guy like Manny Pacquiao, it definitely has to do with money. 1, 2. I think Manny Pacquiao, his C game is a lot better than anybody, a lot of guys' A game, even with the age. But you have to take into account the last time he stepped foot in that ring against Ugas. He didn't look good. He was outmatched by, a fighter, a younger fighter. Barrios is no slouch. Barrios is a young fighter, bigger fighter, knows how to, control distance very well, can punch a little bit. Like, he's no easy task for anybody in the welterweight division. And for Manny to come back after this long and to face a young guy like that is dangerous. And sometimes, you know, these old